wrapped around the middle ever since I was little. And I'm growing softer all the time, getting high out of my mind. Was that anyway to be my neighbor? You're always rocking down the house all night, but that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. You're always laughing, you must be joking. I just want a taste of what you've been smoking. You read my mind, the party's over, so you best get in line with all the others, 'cause they ain't going nowhere. And I'm pacing up and down the carpet of my rented apartment. And you got me climbing up the walls in my head getting hateful. But is that any way to be your neighbor? I'm always talking to myself all night, but that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Yeah, that's alright. Oh yeah, you read my mind through the pain and plaster. You read my mind through the wood and wires. You read my mind through the pain and plaster. You read my mind through the wood and wires. Yeah.
So the song that you just heard us play is called You Read My Mind, and that's a song we just played on the radio TV.
I'm Sean. I play bass.
I'm Darcy. I play the lead guitar.
I'm Ryan. I play drums.
My name's Duffy, and I sing and play guitar.
From Vancouver and Kelowna, sort of, yeah.
Well, we grew up in Kelowna, but we live in Vancouver and started the band in Vancouver.
Okay, but you recorded some albums in Kelowna.
An album.
An
Shots
album.
was recorded there, yeah.
And that was in a shack.
It was in a house that was at the end of its life and didn't have heat. So I guess, or a washroom.
Did that affect the music? Can you hear that in the lyrics or the music?
You can hear the urine.
Trickling down the pants.
It was cold. I think it's a cold sounding album. It's a weird sounding album.
Interesting.
It doesn't sound like a studio, that's for sure. But
That was obviously on purpose. It wasn't like, we have nowhere to record, so we'll record.
it's like a romantic idea to go disappear from regular life. Didn't necessarily make it easier in the long run, actually.
No?
No, I wouldn't say so, but
I think we were thinking like, oh, we can stay at our folks' place and eat for free, sleep for free. So there's like some sort of financial advantage there, but I don't know. Mostly romantic.
Would you do something like that again?
if the house had heat in the washroom.
So you guys are now on a pretty big tour, and
It's pretty big. It's a big deal.
Big time.
well, it's long. You guys have been on the road for quite a while now.
2.5 weeks, or just over the 2-week mark right now.
I just took a 4-day road trip, and I wanted to kill myself and everyone else in the car. So 2.5 weeks is a big deal to me. That's amazing.
We have covered a lot of ground, I suppose.
Doesn't really feel that long, though.
No.
And we've done it a lot. Canada just seems like a little small village, but with tons and tons of driving.
Yeah.
It helps rolling with very charming, entertaining people like Shotgun Jimmy and Will Kidman. It makes the drive seem way shorter.
That's great. Are you guys all in one van?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is he behind me? Is that why you're giving him a...
I don't see him.
If you weren't there, would you have said that?
He's right behind you.
What's this tour about?
I suppose we just hadn't done anything in a year and a bit, and I thought, what better reason than 10 years, which is crazy. I don't think any of us would have thought we'd still be doing this. It's not like we do it all the time, but we're still a band after 10 years, so yeah, it just seemed like, why not go out and see what happens? And it's been fun.
That's significant. What has changed the most from when you started to now?
Musically, we are less jammy. We don't have like really long songs. That it's do whatever you want. We're more concise.
What about generally?
Generally,
Like your
Generally,
wardrobe. What's changed in your
we're
wardrobe?
less frumpy. That's for sure.
We're cleaner,
A lot cleaner.
a lot cleaner.
Shave more.
Do you really? I don't know. It's the wrong time to make that claim.
We're still filthy.
You guys toured a lot, and you're really seasoned. And we've talked to a lot of bands who are maybe 2 years into it or a year into it, and the things that they find interesting about the tour is obviously different than I'm assuming what you guys are feeling right now in terms of traveling around.
For me, I love it, but not everyone in the band would like to be on the road as much as I do. But at a time, I hated it though. It used to cause me a great deal of anxiety. Like when we were gone 6 weeks, home for 2 weeks, gone for 4 weeks, home for 2 weeks.
There's smart ways to do it too. Like you just have to be smart about it. Drink more water, get more sleep, all those kinds of things. You have to really
Water is crucial.
you have to, make right decisions and
Stay
think
hydrated.
about the long haul. It's all about,
So less partying, I assume.
yeah.
You got to pick your parties, you know? You got to be smart about it. I find, too, one thing I love about touring is just appreciating all the cool landscape and stuff that we get to see and not taking that for granted at all. Because,
It's a beautiful country.
it's kind of a neat thing that we get to experience that a lot of people don't. And, yeah, it's cool.
We were talking about like Chris Vale, who is from Calgary, and you guys know him well, and you guys are buddies with him because you toured with him, and I imagine that type of bond is a pretty solid thing.
And we didn't know them, the dudes, when it was just like we couldn't afford to, either of us to tour the UK alone, so we were put in a van together, and we got along.
Yeah, formed some wonderful, wonderful friendships.
That's a reality.
It's like
TV show.
sometimes you throw two raccoons in a cage and they'll fight to the death. Sometimes they'll make love.
How do you guys get the crowd going? What's the stage etiquette for you guys? How do you get them riled up?
Well, we try to play music, songs, and they'll either appreciate them and
I think it's like a combined effort with crowd giving back energy and you putting out energy too. Because I can't work myself up unless there's like a fun crowd to.
it's a fine line though.
Yeah, it is a very fine
Yeah,
line.
sometimes it's like, guys, settle down.
Yeah.
Too macho.
Yeah.
There has to be a there has to be a give take thing, but not a fan of violence.
Don't like
in the
macho.
mosh pit.
We're talking about you, Edmonton.
Well, they will get this episode there as well.
Good.
So
Hopefully
public
they'll learn a
service
lesson.
Yeah.
Second one is a song called "Night You're Beautiful," which we never played live until last year. It's on Shots. It just never was. It was hard to play live for us for some reason,
Emotionally.
and so now
memories of the bathroom.
there
Yeah,
are
totally.
no longer any emotions tied to it, and we can
Play it with
coldly-
cold indifference.
That's how you really want to play music, in my opinion, with absolute cold indifference.
Robotically. Yeah.
The day is long till the setting sun, and I count the hours until you come, and I call your name in the twilight time till I feel your kiss upon the night. You come to me so beautiful. Got my hands across the valleys of your skin and let me give to me the thing I need, and lay my body down until the morning sun awakens me all over. Darkness, so you touch my soul and you fill my heart, and you make me burn when we're apart. And I shed my clothes and I shed the day, and I thrust myself so full of love. Steal my heat and steal the breathing of my body and my blood. Take from me the thing you